Hello, Planeswalkers. I want to talk about a couple of different sets in Magic's history, but first of all, I want to thank you for the subs and for the views. The first set I want to talk about is Throne of Eldraine. I bought a draft booster box because that's the only kind of booster box they had back then. I bought a bundle, and I don't even know if it had the set of foil lands like they do now, so that I have enough lands. And then I bought the starter decks, which they no longer have anymore. And I bought a Planeswalker, the Royal Scions, just to make sure that I got that card. And I was able to build for both Throne and for Wild a deck for red. 2 decks for red. A Throne red deck and a Wild red deck. And a Throne green deck and a Wild green deck. You get the pattern. I was able to build those 10 decks, and I had something to play off of each other with just buying those few cards, which maybe cost me, I don't know, between $100 and $200 for that whole set. And I was able to play with them for a while and had a lot of fun, and it didn't cost me too much money, and it was great. And also in the Theros Death set, I was able to build some decks, and I put some old gods from Theros in it and kind of had a lot of fun with that. I did kind of a retro thing with the old Theros and Journey into Nyx and Born of the Gods. That's the name of the set. And had a lot of fun with that. And I even made a little story about the Phyrexians coming to Theros first and everything. As it turns out, they're going to, well, I guess they went to Strixhaven first, right? So that was before all that. I didn't know. I just made my own little story. And I had a lot of fun with just those sets. Then it seemed like, starting with Ikoria, the sets were coming in bang, bang, bam. And I couldn't even keep up with them. I couldn't even really open them. So I started seeing how much money you could make off a sealed product, and I just started saving them as sealed. And I'm glad I did that. Some of those sets are worth a lot. And I didn't buy like 100 of them, like I said in the other video. I bought just one of each set. And one of those, each of those sets, if I don't want to open up and play with them, I could actually resell for a profit, substantial profit. So I was glad I did that. But it just seemed like the sets came in too fast for me to open. So it's kind of going to be a relief now that I'm just buying like what I bought before, like a bundle and a booster box or whatever. I don't know if I'll buy draft or set. But it'll be just kind of like a relief to just open them because I'm not expecting them to make anything, and just play the game of Magic and make up my own little stories about the cards as I go along. And maybe even do some more fan fiction and publish it on here. I had a bunch of it published on another YouTube channel that I lost, and that'll be fun. Okay, what else do I got for you? Shout out to the Mox Man. He's growing so fast. I probably didn't do very good math, but it looked like he's growing at about 100 subscribers a day. So people are really liking the message that he's putting out there. Rudy, the best video that I've seen in a long time. And it is called Magic the Gathering in Trouble. Very enlightening about what happens to a stock when it gets really low on the stock market. Like Hasbro has gone to its low today. I saw just recently that Rudy published a video that said that the chief financial officer, the CFO of Hasbro, has just retired by extreme coincidence. And actually, Rudy predicted that they would get rid of some of these people, although I don't think he thought it was going to be the CFO right away, but more the people at Wizards of the Coast. But he was predicting that people would lose their jobs, and that they were grooming some of these people to lose their jobs. Really quick, Rudy, solution for your hair: don't pay the $8. Don't go anywhere. Just grab a scissors and cut it about this long everywhere, and you'll be all set. That's what I do. What do I have? Las Vegas collectibles. I've been thinking about this video for probably about 2 weeks. They say that Hasbro is doing this on purpose. They are trying to crash paper magic so that they can go all digital. And I understand their argument that there's a lot more profit in it and everything. And no one doubts that it's going to go all digital. That's basically what the World of Warcraft trading card game did when they got rid of that and went to Hearthstone. But I don't think that Hasbro wants to kill a cash cow. So there's a lot of money in paper magic, and I don't think they want to lose that. I don't know what the reasons were for Blizzard quitting the contract for Cryptozoic, the people that made their paper cards. That's always been argued about. I don't really think anyone really knows why that happened. And Hearthstone was doing fantastic at first, making more money than their other games for a while there. But I've heard that they're not doing so as well recently. I played the Hearthstone while the stuff was free. I played Arena while the stuff was free. I never bought anything. Once I bought it on paper, I don't feel the need to buy it again on digital, like I bought vinyl records and, first of all, 8-track tapes. Let me back up a bit. 8-track tapes, then cassettes, then vinyl records, then CDs, and then I never felt the need to buy it just strictly digital off of the internet. I never did that. I just converted what I had. Let's see what else we have. I want to talk about one of the differences between the World of Warcraft trading card game and Magic the Gathering. In the World of Warcraft trading card game, you have classes and specs. And there's 3 or 4 specs or specializations inside of every class. A class is like a warrior or a paladin. And inside Paladin, you would have, at the time, you would have Protection and Retribution and Holy. I guess it's the same now. And there would be certain cards that would work for all Paladins, and there would be cards that would just work for a particular spec. And I thought it was difficult for young and new players to build decks. I think even with a booster box, never really tried with a booster box, but I think it would be even difficult then for people to build decks. So everybody built starter decks and then modified them. And a lot of people do that in Magic as well. But what was so great about Magic is I could buy one booster box and I could pretty much build some decks out of it and play. So it was really obtainable at a very low price. Not to play standard, no. That was, at the time, $500, to have a competing standard deck. And that's where competing standard decks start now, is $500. And they go all the way up. Apparently, a lot of other decks like Legacy are more. The great thing about Magic is that you have just 5 colors. And they dabbled a little bit with colorless as a 6th color. And they have where you can pay life with Phyrexians, the little size symbol, the circle with a line through it. And they had the cards of the Artificer's Realm. I just can't for my life think of what they're called. Kaladesh. That's the name of the realm. At least I came up with that. I still can't remember what the little mana, the special mana you can pay to have effects off of the cards. So they've dabbled a little bit with another color, but it's really basically the 5, and that's one thing that makes Magic very strong. They don't need to release all this stuff. That's going by me so fast that I can't even play the game. So that's over 10 minutes. I'm going to cut it off. If you've been here to the end, thank you. You're really a real trooper, and I really appreciate it. Take care, Planeswalkers.